Right, good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're all doing well out there, having a decent day. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, please leave them down below and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to be talking about HBAR today, which is going through a little bit of a sell-off, probably due to the 3 billion tokens that have been released on the market, but also the market's down as a whole, so that could be a contributory factor. But also there's some better news. They've appointed one of the ex-Coinbase executives to their board to drive adoption, or adaptation rather. So we'll get to that shortly, but I'll start off by going through the cryptocurrency market just to see where we're at, to get a feel for things. It doesn't paint a very pretty picture. It's not a massive down day, but we're down 1.71%. The whole top 10, like everything's like a sea of red, but you're not talking like 10%, it's just like 1% here, 2% there. But the market cap is at 1.06 trillion, so that's still holding. 24-hour trading volume of $44 billion, and Bitcoin dominance is at 42.4%. Bitcoin itself currently trading at 23,375, so nearly 23,400. So it's still holding. It's just like these incremental falls that it's showed over the last few days, because it was around the $25,000 mark at the beginning of last week or last weekend, I can't recall. But yeah, it's just been a slow, gradual decline rather than a massive sell-off like you got when the FTX thing happened. So across the board, there's nothing really major that's doing well. Even Polygon's selling off, and that's been on a right tear up recently. So let's move on to the top 24, the last 24 hours, see if there's any big risers. Just something called Threshold, which I've never heard of, tiny market cap, just shy of 400 million. That's up 11%, and that's the biggest riser of the day. Across the rest of the market is fairly flat, just down slightly, as I've just discussed. Moving on to HBAR, that's down 4.77% against the US dollar, currently trading at 0.06 cents. It's down 3.26% against Bitcoin. As you can there's a picture there that paints itself. Sentiment just appears to be shilling rather. Just people talking about other projects, so I won't really bother with that. Moving on to the chart, we'll go there first. You can see we've had a big sell-off today. The 3 billion that were dropped on, well, it's 1.5 billion, so the whole amount hasn't been dropped on just yet, but you can see there wasn't a massive sell-off that people were expecting, but today we are selling off. The market's dropping down, so what I've done is set myself a buy zone just below this support. So if we break through that support, I will be buying, and then I'll probably buy again if we come down to this critical support level at 0.03. Technically, like in the bigger picture, like we are on an uptrend, but the last, what's that, the 19th, so the last week or so it has been coming down, but I believe that was priced in due to the token unlock. So yeah, that's where I will be accumulating, anything down to 0.05. If it goes below, I'll continue to accumulate, because I see this rebounding at some point. I'm in a way, I'm sort of glad this is happening, so I'm getting it at a much better price. If it goes down to 0.4 or 0.045, then you're getting double the amount of HBAR that you would have been getting for the same amount of money like less than 2 weeks ago. So in my opinion, it's a decent thing. Do you know what I mean? Things don't go up in straight lines. You've got to be able to prepare to weather these storms in the cryptocurrency market, as I'm sure you're all aware. So moving on to the article, which is quite good news. It's on CoinGape. I'll link it down below. So Hedera onboards top Coinbase official to drive growth. HBAR price poised for a bull run. It's just, that's a strange title, because price may go up, but you know, for a bull run you need Bitcoin to be exploding and all the whole market to be exploding. So the whole market needs to go on a bull run, not just HBAR. But I believe when the market goes, HBAR is going to go hard, like really going to pump. It's going to shock a lot of people. HBAR news. HBAR Foundation, the development arm of Hedera, has recently been on a roll, launching new projects and developing new collaborations in order to propel the expansion of Hashgraph technology and to bring global exposure to Hedera's native token, HBAR. The firm has just made the announcement that they would be onboarding Brian Brooks to their corporate board to assist in accelerating the Hedera network. According to the announcement, Brian Brooks, who served as the acting controller of the United States currency and as the former chief legal officer of Coinbase, brings a wealth of experience to his new role as a board member. Brooks has substantial experience in financial policy, banking, digital assets and Web3. and he brings this experience with him to his new role. So the bloke knows what he's doing, so it's only going to be a good thing for the project. Lately, several projects across multiple sectors have launched on top of Hedera network. These projects utilise Hedera's core services such as the Hedera token service and the Hedera smart contract service to eliminate the need for intermediaries and to achieve lower transaction fees. Yeah, Hedera is one of the cheaper cryptos out there for transactions and one of the fastest, so it's ticking all the right boxes. Hedera anticipates more legally compliant and Web3 breakthrough projects will pick the DLT-based network to run and operate as a result of Brooks' election to the board of directors. Brooks has played an essential role in the development of Coinbase, as well as determining which projects are deserved of being listed on the cryptocurrency exchange. While speaking on his new appointment, Brooks was quoted as saying, the HBAR Foundation, through a comprehensive grant program, has successfully grown awareness, accelerated access, and increased commerce in the HBAR economy. Together, we will drive the industry forward to deliver on the vision of making Hedera the trust layer of the internet. So he's saying all the right things, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, ticking all the right boxes, and this guy, you know, I'm going to have a look, check out, read more up on him, but he sounds like it is a decent appointment. Moving on. Shane Higdon, co-founder and CEO of HBAR Foundation, commented on the new development and said the foundation is thrilled to bring Brooks' wisdom and insights to the community. According to him, the next phase of growth will see more next-generation enterprise decentralized applications launch on Hedera, where they will be building an ecosystem together. In addition to the current board members, Shane Higdon, Jason Lowe and Robert Miglorino, Brooks has been named to the board. It is anticipated that other noteworthy board members will also be appointed in 2023. With these recent developments, as well as Dell's recent inclusion as a member of its governing council, may speculate the price of HBAR will increase exponentially if the broader cryptocurrency market turns bullish. As I was stating earlier, it won't just be randomly HBAR goes, it will just... This one, because of the strong fundamentals and strong team behind it, when the crypto market turns bullish, HBAR will go with it. And I believe it will outperform Bitcoin in terms of growth. Bitcoin, you know, you could possibly get a 5x, 6x, possibly. But with this, I'm 10x minimum. Not financial advice, it's just my own opinion. I can see this going to $1, $2, $3, even $5. So, you know, I don't have to work that in percentage terms, but it's a massive, massive potential here. Hedera is currently trading at 0.071, which represents a gain of 0.061 over the past hour compared to a drop of 0.53% over the last 24 hours. I don't know if this article is timed because I've just shown you the chart and things don't... sorry, this is 21 hours old, but it still rings true. It's not about the price, it's about the fundamentals and the appointment of Brian Brooks to their board. So I'll link the article down below, but, you know, there's no denying that that's fairly good news. Even though the chart isn't painting a pretty picture, I personally will be accumulating around here, and, well, even around this sort of level here. So then I like accumulate. If it goes here, if it falls into this box here, I should buy a lot, and if it goes in here, I will buy a hell of a lot, because that to me is like the opportunity of a lifetime, along with many other cryptocurrencies if they do fall. I don't mind drawdowns, pullbacks, whatever you want to call them. It's all good as far as I'm concerned. It is actually putting in a bearish pattern. Should we close lower than we did yesterday, and then tomorrow's bar break today's low, then that would be a signal to enter a short trade. Yeah, we've broken through the 50. Could be targeting the 100. Very interesting. It's strange that with the 50s above the 100, but price is falling. But technicals always don't play out in crypto. Well, in any market, it's just they can give you an edge, so to speak. But looking at that chart, I wouldn't want to be longing it, but I would be willing to be buying it as an investment, if you know exactly what I mean. Investing in this project and increase my holdings for the long term. I'm not here for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. I'm not in a rush. I've got plenty of time. I'm still young enough to enjoy the fruits of my labour. So I'll leave it for there. Thank you for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I normally do 1 or 2 videos every day, normally about HBAR, VeChain, XRP, Cardano, Bitcoin, projects I'm invested in, a couple of DeFi protocols that I'm touching upon, but I'm starting to grow tiresome DeFi because I've been rugged that many times. It's just yeah, it's even murkier than crypto. So I think I'm just going to stick to accumulating cryptocurrencies rather than going with people that promise you thousands and thousands % each year, because most of the time it turns out to be bullshit. So yeah, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Drop a like on the video to get me out to a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Wish you all a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.